So good morning. My name is Mark Hazlitt. I'm the university librarian, and I'm pleased to welcome you to this, the second annual Data Management Day. Coincidentally, this is the second time in a year that we are celebrating Mental Health Wellness Day on the same day, so that's the reason for the orange t-shirts. The library has been very engaged in a lot of data management activities over the last year since the event last year around data management. They've been involved in professional development. They've been involved engaging with faculty across campus and in fact across the province and nationally. They've been involved in a variety of working groups and associations and developments, both here locally on campus, in the province through OCL, the Ontario Council of University Libraries, nationally, and in fact now internationally with the committee that Pascal Calarco's on. It's a timely topic, particularly during Open Access Week with the recent release of the draft Tri-Council Open Access Policy. And I'll allow you to make your connections between mental wellness and openness and open access, etc. We're very pleased to have a set of engaging speakers here today. I am really looking forward to hearing them myself, and I'd like to thank them in advance for their presentations. I'd also like to thank in advance our Polar Data Catalogs with whom we are co-convening and coordinating this. I'd like to thank as well the planning committee and the people that have been involved in putting this together. As you know, this kind of thing takes a lot of work and coordination, and so thank you very much to those folks that have been involved in doing this. I'd also like to acknowledge and recognize Pascal Calarco's leadership in this particular area. Pascal's been very engaged here since he's come to the University of Waterloo. He's gotten engaged provincially, nationally, and internationally. He's now a CARL is the Canadian Association of Research Libraries. He's now a CARL representative on something called CORE, the COAR, Coalition of Open Access Repositories. I like to say, and I probably said this last year, that there's virtually nothing that the library doesn't do that it doesn't do in collaboration and partnership. And research data management is a really good example of that. That's something that can't be done by the library, just by the Office of Research, just by IAP, just by IST, just by faculty members and researchers by themselves. It's something that's got to be done in collaboration and partnership, and this is a really good example of that. It's also an area where I like to say you've got to have a perspective or a focus on where you're going. You've got to be persistent in certain things, and you have to be patient. And the whole area of research data management and open access, for instance, is a good example where that idea of persistence, patience, and perspective really matters. And so without any further comments from me, let's get on to the speakers, and over to you, Pascal. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Pascal Calarco. I'm Associate University Librarian for Research and Digital Discovery Services. And just a couple more words about why the library is interested in this and some of the things that we're going to be doing over the next year. Research data is really within the same kind of spectrum of the other scholarly resources that libraries have stewarded over the past decades and such. So what libraries do here is we describe, provide access, preserve, and deaccession sometimes relevant materials for a scholarly community. And what libraries are increasingly doing is trying to get involved in the persistence of research data so that it can be used for subsequent research projects, so that it can be used to document what people have done. And Canada is a little bit behind in this regard, but we're certainly working on it. One of the recent developments is the tri-agency draft policy on open access to publications. And there's a comment period on this now. So if you go to SHRC or NSERC, or CIHR websites. You'll see it posted there. And we encourage you to send in your comments on what you think in terms of the value of this. One of the things we're going to be doing over the next year in the library is hiring a digital repository librarian, and this person will help transform UW space, which has been the repository for electronic theses and dissertations here at Waterloo, and grow that into a true institutional repository where faculty, students, and researchers can deposit preprints of their publications, for example. And they will also help serve some of the technical aspects of tools that you'll hear about today, like Dataverse, that some of the research teams here at Waterloo have started to use.